So, I'm a hands-on person that likes to experience things, even if it is not a good experience. I always opt for new foods, no pain medication surgeries, and I'll choose supplements over meds if I can. It's not that I'm an idiot, I just feel like you only live once, so get in all the experiences you can. It's all temporary. Anyhow, here is the deal. I taste my pet's food whenever they have something new, to find out what it tastes like. They usually seem to love it and dig right in. I just don't get it. So I can't help but wonder why is this so appealing to them. So, I will give it a try. Every time I get the looks of disgust from my family, each and every time. It's not like I'm serving up dog food for breakfast, cat food for lunch with a snack of gerbil hay. I just want to find out what it tastes like, and see if I could tell why it was so appealing to my animals. Well, not surprisingly to most, I guess, the 90% of the food that is not handmade does not taste that good. At all. So that makes me think. Do our pets taste the same way that we do? Why would I put my pets through this? Are we torturing them with this food? So I am going to share with you what I have found from eating my pet's food. And if you watch until the end you will have your mind blown, and probably disturbed by the way animals taste. Animal taste buds do not necessarily work the same way in all animals. The amount of taste buds that are present differ greatly, as do the actual location and method of tasting. Some animals have different types of receptors in their tongues that allow them to taste things differently than humans. Other animals use additional senses to aid in their tasting ability. Let's start off with the baseline. That's us. Humans have about 9,000 taste buds. We are able to taste sweet, salty, sour, bitter and savory, which translates to the Japanese word umami. I have the most dogs, so I will start there. I have tried a wide variety of dog food. I have tried homemade, dried, canned, along with their snacks and treats of all sorts of different brands and flavors. I did not try the bones. Well, because they are bones. Most of the food smells okay, but the taste is really subpar. The bacon snacks are really a disappointment. They smell like the real deal, but taste like Play-Doh in a skin wrapping. So why do dogs gobble up this stuff when it's just okay? This actually made sense once I found out. Dogs have a much less discriminating sense of taste than we do. In fact, while humans have roughly 9,000 taste buds, dogs only have around 1,700. Dogs primarily use their awesome sense of smell to identify safe food and drink. Using their sniffer allows them to consume things that are pleasing to their taste buds. Both smelling and tasting rely on chemoreceptors that allow the animal to make sense of the world around them. If the food passes their sniffer test and onto their taste buds, they can then identify the taste in their mouth. Dogs also have taste buds in the back of their mouth. That could be why they inhale food sometimes. If food is bitter, as rotting or toxic things are, they will not eat it. And although dogs have a smaller amount of taste buds, they have additional taste buds that are specific for water. Water is probably not tasteless to them, as it is to us. These sensory glands are located in the tip of the animal's tongue, where it curls as it laps up water. It reacts to water at all times, and is more reactive after eating salty and sugary foods. The thought behind this is that the animal may need more water after eating salty, meaty foods that dehydrate them. Dogs do benefit from the other taste regions, but react differently to them. Historically, dogs' diet consisted mainly of meat, and meat is a very salty food. So over time dogs lost the desire to have salt, after all they had enough from their food. They can still taste it but do not desire it. And by suppressing excessive salt consumption, this could be nature's way of restricting salt intake and keeping the dog healthy. This is not unlike the way that bitter and sour food is an alarm for rotten or toxic foods. So, although a dog's taste buds are far fewer in number, a dog's sense of smell acts to fill in the gap. Rather than having a meager 5 to 10 million olfactory sensory or smelling glands in humans, dogs have more than 125 million. And mouthwatering smells and flavors are perceived to be practically one and the same, so if a dog smells something appealing, chances are that it tasted it without even putting the food in his mouth. So, it seems that is the problem. I don't have their sniffer to smell how good the food is. Let's move on to cats. I have had cats all my life, and I have eaten a variety of their food as well. The moist food is very aromatic but tastes horrible. Some of my cats won't even eat this stuff. I have eaten a variety of both wet and dry cat food. The dried cat food is just so-so. Catnip is a drug to them, but does nothing for me. So let's discuss the cat's tastes. Cats have even fewer taste buds than dogs. The number of taste buds comes in at 470, much less than our 9,000 taste buds. Cats are what they call obligate carnivores, meaning they must eat animal products to survive. Their taste buds probably evolved to accommodate this, because cats have no taste buds for sweetness. This would make sense, because they don't need carbohydrates in their diets and they lack an enzyme in the liver that would break down the carbohydrates. What cats lack for in sweetness taste buds, they more than make up for in the receptiveness of their bitterness taste buds. Cats' bitter taste receptors are highly developed. This enhanced ability to taste bitterness may help the cats to stay away from toxins in the environment, which often are bitter. Despite having fewer taste buds than other animals, cats seem to be able to taste the other sensations of sour, bitter, and salty. Like the dog, their tastes are probably enhanced by the cat's highly acute sense of smell. We have also owned guinea pigs and mice. They are considered rodents, but they have drastically different amounts of taste buds. I would say that the worst pet food I have tried goes to this rodent family. I have eaten the dried stuff, seeds, pellets and the vitamin tablets. It's just dry and bland. That's the only thing I can say about it. Guinea pigs are herbivores, and to top it off they are coprophagous, which means that they eat their own poop. We did witness this. It was a little offsetting, but it's a normal thing for them, and is not a cause for alarm. As it turns out, guinea pigs and rabbits are both coprophagous. They actually produce two different types of feces. One is soft and nutritious, and they eat, or re-ingests the pellets to maximize the nutrients. The second is darker, harder and is just waste. They leave this one alone. This is the stuff you clean out of the cage. Now the interesting thing here is that the guinea pig's food tastes the worst, yet they have about 17,000 taste buds, about twice the amount that we do. They use these to quickly identify potential bitter or toxic plants that may be mixed in with the other plants when they forage in the wild. The taste buds in mice number in the hundreds, and their diet was somewhat palatable to me compared to the other animals. As pets, the mice fed on seeds, nuts, and plant stuff. But in the wild they also eat insects or other animals. If they need to, they will even eat their own tail if desperate. Mice are more omnivores, so they do not as heavily rely on their taste sensitivity to find food specific to their needs. They are able to survive for prolonged periods of time without food and limited water. I have not had the chance to try bird food, as birds have always annoyed me. They are meant to fly around free, not to be stuck in a cage, chirping and flapping around. But birds seem to eat a lot of seeds, fruit, larvae and bugs. They have a number of taste buds usually ranging from 30 to less than 400, with the majority of bird species being well below 100. Not only do they have fewer taste buds, but the majority of their taste buds are not located on the tongue. They are on the roof and floor of the mouth, and at the very base of the tongue. The front part of their tongues is usually coarse and hard, which probably explains why there are no taste buds there. As a note, birds have different taste receptors than we do, and they are biologically unable to register the effects of capsaicin. Capsaicin is the active hot chemical in peppers that causes adverse reactions to the taste. That is why some people put hot pepper in with the bird feed to discourage squirrels from eating it. The birds do not notice the heat, but the squirrels sure do. I have a tendency to eat fast and devour my food. But do not eat like the snakes do, devouring prey in a single gulp. Snakes lack taste buds on their tongues, and instead have evolved an odd way of tasting. Snakes have a whopping 20 taste buds. These are located right above the roof of its mouth. This sensing organ is called Jacobson's organ, and it allows the snake to smell certain chemicals from the air and the surrounding environment. Every time the snake flicks its tongue, it is picking up information, or pheromones from the air to direct it. Lizards have a couple different types of taste. They have a structure called the vomeronasal organ, or smaller Jacobson's organ, and it is located on the roof of their mouth. It allows them to smell certain chemicals from the air and the surrounding environment, much like the snake. Additionally, they have a few taste buds on the tongue itself. Lizards frequently have well-developed taste buds on their tongues. Some species of lizard have an uncanny ability. Under UV light, the base of their tongue shines brightly, which birds can see clearly. To avoid hawks and other predators, the lizard uses camouflage. When that doesn't work, the lizards stick their tongues out as far as they can, distracting the birds with flashes of bright blue and superviolet tongues. It would certainly be distracting to me as well. If I am going to get into a fight, and the other person just stands there, and flicks their huge violet-colored tongue out at me, I would be like, "You win. I'm out." I have eaten fish food. It's small, light and not very filling. The fish we are talking about are simple, freshwater aquarium fish. Not a huge barracuda. Fish food actually had the most flavor. Not good flavor. Mainly salt and confusion. As in I am not sure what the heck I just ate. Insofar as the number of taste buds, fish tend to have many more taste buds than we do. Furthermore, their taste buds are not confined to their mouths. Some fish have taste buds on their skin. For instance, the yellow bullhead catfish has taste buds all along its body, with a high concentration in its whiskers or barbels near the mouth. These sensory glands aid them in detecting variations in the water. And given their extremely muddy environment, it helps guide them in the direction they want to go to find their food. They are also able to detect rotting meat in just an instant, which can save their lives. Their staggering 175,000 taste buds allow them to thrive in that environment. It is like they are smelling underwater, but with their taste buds. So I don't know if that's considered cheating or not, but they definitely put their taste buds to the test. Finally, and probably the most disturbing, is the taste buds of the fly. These are not pets, but they are an honorable yet troubling mention. Flies have thick hair-like structures on their legs that function as taste receptors. Every time they land on a surface, they are sampling it. If they find something that they are able to eat, or lay their eggs, and they can do it in a flash. They are thought to have this evolved feature so that they can quickly identify potential food and fly away quickly before they get swatted. Fly, land, eat, poop. That's just a disturbing thought. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It helps out a lot.